have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a...
There's a crease. The 10. Touchdown, Golden Gopher. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. With that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Nigga!
Glad to have you with us from Huntington Bank Stadium. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the Thunderbirds and the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Golden Gophers have one of the most unique on-campus stadiums in college sports. Formerly playing in the Vikings' home field, now back on campus, Huntington Bank Stadium has brought that college spirit back to Minnesota. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Thunderbirds kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Minnesota's offense will go to work first. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. He is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
And you gotta love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level, they can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, #1 job for this defense, man. Try to make him play in a phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that one.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator, because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Might be looking to run. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Thunderbirds offense will now get its first chance with the football. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship. They're putting the fortunes of this offense into his hands. All wideouts, no backs. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And it's the Thunderbirds moving quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Jackson will throw. Pocket breaking down. It's complete to the left. At the 45 on its way. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Thunderbirds are moving quickly down the field.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly. He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense in the passing game.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Leaves it with the back. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Got it in the middle, it's Taylor. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Golden Gophers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Buried before he could blink.
Yeah, and the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
And you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide our offensive line and help out blocking this guy? Can I get a tight end to stay in and maybe get a chip on this dude? Because I'm not feeling too comfortable right now back there knowing that we're trying to only block him with one hand.
3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes him, gets another 1st down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
Maybe some room here. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Man, he's already got 43 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. And the Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Breaks into the open. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Now it looks as if we have an injured Golden Gopher on the play. You just hope this turns out not to be too serious. First quarter, game 1. It's tough to take an injury this early. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run play action. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you gotta secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Field goal is good. And we're even here in the 1st.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Entertaining 1st quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. The give to the back. And he could not get loose on the run. And it's the Thunderbirds will hustle to the line. From the gun, to give, looking for room. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. The Thunderbirds will send out the punt unit. No fair catches here, looking for room. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. Tight end now in motion. The give is to Taylor. Got enough for the 1st. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Got a little grass. The 10. Touchdown, Minnesota! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You gotta bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner will be dragged down. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Jackson gonna throw it. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Under fire, and down he goes. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the Minnesota sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Snagged in the middle. It's held. Turning it on. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. So nice to have these tight ends.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Here comes the heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Racing down the left side. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And it's the Thunderbirds want to pick up the tempo. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Off play action. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it down the field. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Thunderbirds will have it 1st and 10. Here's the pressure, and he never had a chance. The Gophers will take their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. This offense tried to go right back to the well or right back to the air, and the defense was ready this time.
And a great response from the defense. You give up a big play, a huge chunk play that you didn't want to give up. Don't hang your head. Now play the next play. Played it aggressively, went and got the sack. Way to respond.
Let's see what they do on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Close enough for a field goal try, but they want more. Going for it on 4th and short from the 20. Looking for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Thunderbirds. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point.
The kick is good. And that ties the game at 10. Number 97, set to kick it away.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
To the air, it's Lindsey. He's not afraid to go deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Unleashes one. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. They want to throw it. Over the middle, it's Smith. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to take a shot. And here's the third interception of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's begin with a look at Wake Forest versus the Akron Zips. And it's the Demon Deacons with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far. Now back to your game in Minneapolis. As we take a look at some of the key stats so far, the yardage numbers and the turnover battle, it's probably safe to say the team that wins those categories is going to be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Huntington Bank Stadium.
Will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They haven't really been able to light up this score. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And it's the Thunderbirds who are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Jackson will throw. Pressure's there and he lets it go. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Thunderbirds will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in at the 40. Quick step and go. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Taylor has it. Oh, he's got some space. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. The play action fake. Unleashes to the end zone. Couldn't make the play in the end zone, but the offense is going to come out of this with a penalty on the D.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all but contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
And the Golden Gophers line it up with a 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they go back on top.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jenkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own. Snags it and he's open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And it's the Thunderbirds headed quickly to the line. Pulls it on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run pitch by this defense. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Flips it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Thunderbirds send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah,
there he goes! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, a big key for this offense was getting the run game established, and this guy now over 120 rushing yards in this one. You got to give credit to the O-line. You obviously have to give credit to the running back as well, but they have answered the bell. They knew what they needed to do if they were going to be able to have success, and they're executing this game plan flawlessly.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Caught by Smith. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Maybe a crease. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Really nice run there. You've seen him do this time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the 3rd quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he is looking really good.
Looking for the score. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing point.
Takes it the other way. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. And it's the Thunderbirds want to move quickly.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Jackson gonna throw it. Get it out on the screen. Runs through a tackle. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's gonna do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. The give out of the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
I'm sure the offense happy with that free 5 yards. Now it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he's dragged down. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his back in the middle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. 1st down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. Jackson will throw. A little release to the back. Could not make his way to the corner. The Thunderbirds will call on their punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. High and away, headed toward the sideline, just the way he drew it up. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. They take over, holding this slim lead, and a drive right here sure would be nice. The give as they work on that clock. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a...
There's a crease. The 10. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. With that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And he capped that one off with some flair and some juice, a 72-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. And it's the Thunderbirds in the hurry-up.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Complete to the left. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Flying out to the left. The 20. He's at the... and he scores! Touchdown, Thunderbirds!
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down on your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher more than got them out of their own end. A 97-yard pass for the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards and stopped at the 27-yard line. Holly, what update do you have for him?
Here on the Minnesota sideline, things are starting to get pretty emotional. As you know, this head coach coaching for his home team, his first game as the head guy, and this will mean so much to him. His offense, though, just has to finish it off with a big lead in the 4th. Can they get the first home win ever for this coach who's given so much of his heart and soul to this program? Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Right back to the well. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man on the right. Breaks free in the middle. Touchdown, Minnesota! A great catch and run for 6. The Gophers back on top.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
Try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. So the defense trying to maximize their clock management. They use the timeout here, and the 2-minute stoppage is coming. Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Jackson gonna throw it. They're working that left side. He's brought down after a gain of about 5. Clock comes to a stop as we've reached a 2-minute timeout. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Road.
Here on the Minnesota sideline, there is so much enthusiasm on the sideline right now. This running back has been brilliant today. Over 200 yards rushing, and he continues to run strong. The coaches told us he gets stronger as the game goes on. We'll see how much longer they keep him out there. With a big lead, he has been brilliant so far today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
And it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage, they can't get it done, and it is over.
Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
And he punched launches it in the end zone, and man, oh man, has this running back been impressive. Just the amounts of licks he's taken and just kept moving forward. Like, they've made no bones about it, Palmer. They were going to run the football, and they did. They gave it to him over and over again. The defense knew it was coming, and he still performed.
It's incredible. The head coach called him into his office earlier in the week, and he said, look, we are going to force feed you the football. You have to carry this for us on our way to victory, and he was glad to accept that challenge. He did it today, David. He took a beating. He is going to need the ice tub. He's going to need cryotherapy. He's going to need a good stretch, and he needs some sleep. But man, did he ever deliver for his offense and his team.
Jackson will throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Back to pass on second down. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. The deep thinking brings some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He's on the move. Another incompletion on third down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Palmer, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.